Hello everybody, welcome to another deck profile. This time I'm profiling 6 Samurais in the pure version or the True Kings, because I feel like if you want to play 6 Samurais, I think I like playing them in the more pure form just because they don't really have to, like, you can play a wider variety of 6 Samurai monsters and make some more interesting plays, plus I just prefer the playstyle. So yeah, before I jump into the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe at the end if you like what I'm doing, and also feel free to just tab out the video and listen to it, sort of like a podcast type thing. Anyway, onto the profile, so I'm just going to go over the cards and then follow it by some explanation. So, starting off, I'm playing one Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai, double Shadow 6 Samurai Kizaru, triple Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan, one Legendary 6 Samurai Enishi, one Legendary Shadow of the 6 Samurai, then double 6 Samurai, Shadow of the 6 Samurai Hatsume, one Elder of the 6 Samurai, triple Legendary 6 Samurai Kageki, one Shadow 6 Samurai Gemba, one Kagemusha of the 6 Samurai, one Shien Squire, double Shadow 6 Samurai Fuma, and that concludes the monster lineup. Our actual ratio from monsters to spells is actually really even, 19 monsters to 19 spells. I quite like having lots of spells in my deck. Just because they are the main playmakers of the deck, essentially. Now, for the spells, I'm playing one Rhoda, triple Shien Smoke Signal, basically like the second Rhoda, one Soul Charge and one Monster Reborn for our main revival cards. I mean, Soul Charge was already crazy in 6 Samurais, and with the addition of Monster Reborn to the deck, it just makes it even better. Also playing one Cunning of the 6 Samurai, because it's pretty okay sometimes, and it can help push for more damage. Triple Asceticism of the 6 Samurai, just a very, very good card. Very, very good combo extender. One Shadow of the 6 Samurai, same reason for playing Cunning. It's sort of like the new Cunning in a way, but for the shadows and stuff. One Gateway because it's a 1 and it's amazing. Like, you draw this card, you're pretty much gonna win. So, very, very nice. Then playing triple Shien Dojo, very, very nice. Being able to bring out Fuma or Squire very, very easily from the deck, as well as other monsters such as Kizaru or Hatsume, depending on what you need. And then our Pot of Greed, 6 Samurai United, just very, very good card. Opening up multiples, this card can actually, like, win you games sometimes if you can, like, have, like, two 6 Samurai United, and you can get the guaranteed summons. Very, very nice. Also playing the one Legendary Ebon Steed. This is just sort of like a joke card. I mean, you can play Moon Mirror Shield, whatever equip spell you want. The reason why we're playing it is because of Isolde, the Noble Knight. Yeah, because she allows us to send an equip spell and then special summon out. In this case, we are special summoning out the Shien Squire or the Fuma. It really depends which one you want to use. I mean, you could play triple Fuma, but I prefer playing the one Shien Squire just because it's an Earth Warrior Tuner, which gives us easier access to Nat Beast. So, very, very nice. And then for the traps, I'm playing double-edged sword technique, double-edged sword technique, and one back to the wall. So yeah, I don't feel like I need to play more than more than 2 double-edged sword techniques, because I want to see this card sometimes, but not all the times. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's just, like, useless, because it could be any other card, but yeah. Now, things that would change about the deck, probably try to fit in an Upstart Goblin somewhere, maybe just like as a 40-second card, but the deck doesn't really need it. The monster lineup is pretty okay. I'm pretty much playing all the ones that you are required to play, so like, the staple ratios I feel like are pretty okay, which are the triple Kizan, double Kizaru, triple Kageki, double Hatsume. Those ratios are pretty much like staple, and you don't really touch them. Just because, like, Hatsume more than 2, it's pretty bad, and just 1, you'll see the 1 copy, and then you'll need a second one, and you won't have it. Gemba, some people play more than 1 of this card. I feel like because its effect is on normal summon, and it's a when, not a if, I'd rather just use my normal summon for things like Kageki. I feel like it's just more valuable, but in the later turns, this card can win games. So, yeah, very, very nice. So, like, if you have, like, Hatsume plus Gemba, you can, like, if you have like a Shien, Legendary 6 Samurai Shien, like, you can, like, banish it with Hatsume and then bring it back with Gemba, or you can just special summon it with Hatsume because it can special summon it from the graveyard. So yeah, Kagemusha, some people flat out cut out this card, some people didn't. I feel like this card is pretty good still, just because Elder and Kagemusha is not Beast, so like if you have access to Kagemusha and Asceticism, you can bring out Elder, or if you have Elder and Asceticism, you can bring out Kagemusha. Plus Kagemusha is some nice protection, and Elder is still pretty good as a starting play. So yeah, very very nice. Again, it really depends. Like some people like playing the other 6 samurai monsters, like the water one and fire one, the legendary ones that bring each other out. That's a nice engine, but I feel like in this engine I pretty much play everything that I need. Onto the extra deck. The extra deck Shien cards, 2 legendary 6 samurai Shien and 1 shadow Shien. Those are like pretty staple. You don't really change those that much. The 2 to 1, and then obviously I'm playing the one Rihan because it's the new one and it's actually pretty good. And then for the rest of the extra deck, I mean, there are some staple cards that you want to be playing, such as Not Beast, Baguska, and MX Saber Invoker. Those cards you just have to play. Invoker brings out Kizaru, Not Beast is like really really strong, and Baguska is pretty good, like sometimes to just summon and then pass if you have a suboptimal hand. Then for the links, I pretty much threw in like one of everything that I might need, like 1 Firewall, because like you can do some nice combos with Firewall, 1 Sayuja, like back to the wall into Sayuja is pretty nice, Borrowload just being like a really powerful card, Isolde being a really nice link monster to make because pretty much all of our monsters are warrior types, and then we can dump the legendary Ebon into the graveyard and special summon out a Fuma or a Shien Squire, so that's pretty nice. Mrs. Radiant, you do have a lot of earth types, Kagemusha, Kizaru, Kizan, Elder, so you know the one Mrs. Radiant I feel like is pretty fine, and then Underclock Taker helps you to push for more damage. So yeah, so that's pretty much like the extra deck lineup. It's pretty flexible. I also have the Castell and the Dweller. Those are just some of my favorite rank 4s to play. You know, Castell Snipe and Dweller to stop some graveyard plays. I feel like that's pretty nice. But feel free to play things like if you don't, you can either splash in the Utopia package or you can use Heroic Challenge. That's not how you spell heroic. Heroic Challenge Excalibur, sort of like a dumbed down version of Utopia the Lightning if you don't have Utopia the Lightning. And you can also play Tornado Dragon, which is not bad. You know, helps deal with back row decks. So it's pretty okay. Now, onto the main deck. I'm just going to go through some of the cards that you might not know what they do. So, Grandmaster of the 6 Samurai. If you can only control 1 Grandmaster, and if you control 6 Samurai, you can special summon this card. If this card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target 6 Samurai monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So, reason why I'm playing Grandmaster over Great Shogun Shien is because Grandmaster, you can just special summon it by controlling 1 6 Samurai monster, while Shogun Shien, you need 2 6 Samurais. Now, you can do the Shien lock, which is to have Great Shogun Shien and Legendary Shien, and your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap, and then you negate it with Shien, so they can't use spells or traps for the rest of that turn unless they get rid of Grandmaster. So that's a pretty nice lock, but I feel like it's more something that you'd side, just because it's only good in certain matchups, and it's only good in certain matchups. But it has a nice protection effect. Like you can trigger off things like Fuma. Like you can destroy, instead of destroying the Shien, you can destroy Fuma. So yeah, that's pretty okay. Kizaru. If this card is special summon, you can then add a 6 Samurai with a different attribute from every monster you control. So you only really need 2 Kizaru. 3 is sort of like overkill because you want to have access to like 1 copy from MX Saber Invoker, and then the other copy can be pretty much anything else. But you don't really need more than 3. In the True King version, yes, play more than 3. I mean, not more than 3, more than 2. But in the pure version, you honestly just need 2. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Kizan is just like one of the best 6 Samurai monsters ever. So you know, you just play triple of that. You want to see it in your opening hand every time, and it's a prime road research target just because like he. Not only is a level 4 warrior, also special summons itself, is a name, he just does so much for the deck. Playing the 1 Inishi. Inishi is not bad. Reason being, its effect to banish 2 6 Samurais from the graveyard and then target a physical card on the field and remove it. by bouncing it back to the hand is pretty valuable sometimes. Also, you can bring it out with asceticism of a buffed Kageki. If Kageki has 1700, you can bring out Inishi. Even if you don't use its effect to bounce something, it's just a nice asceticism target, because opening Kageki is like your most valuable, like, it's like you want to open Kageki every time. Like, you're gonna, if you don't have it in your hand, you're gonna be searching it off with Shen Smoke Signal. So yeah, very important that you play the Enishi, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it. And if your Kageki was special summoned from somewhere else that has the 200 attack, you can then use asceticism on it to bring out the Fuma. So very, very nice. Gemba already covered it. Basically, revives something that oh no, it doesn't revive, it adds it back to the hand. Oh, sorry, that's my bad. So yeah, Gemba can add something banished, so yeah. And Hitsuma can special summon from the grave. Kakamushi is mass protection. Shion Squire is just a nice level 1 tuner. Fuma is a really nice floater. When this guy is destroyed, can special summon a different one. So like usually when Fuma is destroyed, it'll be special summoning out Kizaru. So that's really nice. So if you're not using Fuma for the tuning purposes, you just leave it on the field to protect something else. Like particularly Shion, because like Shion can destroy a different 6 samurai you control. So you can, if your Shion will be destroyed, you can destroy Fuma, and then Fuma will trigger special summon Kizaru. Kizaru will trigger, giving you another search, potentially for another Fuma, or a Kazan, or a Hatsume. So yeah, just some pretty nice plays. I mean, the deck is like really self-explanatory. Like, this is what the card does. Like, the deck is very simplistic, but there are some complex plays and combos that you can do depending on the opening hands. That's pretty much what I want to say. So for example, like Shien Dojo is just a really, really nice card, just because it can be as good as like just being a way to special summon out Fuma, but it can do a lot more, like being able to special summon things like Hatsume, and then Hatsume can revive something. You can special summon things like Kizaru if you got it enough Bushido counters, so that's really nice. So yeah, Shin's Dojo is really, really good. And then the famous Gateway, it's at 1. Hopefully, maybe we'll get it. We get more copies of it. I mean, if we do, then a lot of people will be playing 6 Samurais, just because it's like a fan favorite, aggressive deck. So yeah, that about covers everything that I have to say, really. I don't really have that much to say about 6 Samurais. I mean, the deck is pretty nice, and it's pretty easy to pick up and learn. And then, obviously, you'll get better with it, and you can start making some more plays and finding, like, lethal and stuff. So yeah, also is pretty good in the current meta right now. You know, if you have access, if you can make Nat Beast, especially against like a Pendulum matchup or whatever, it's really, really nice. You have some negation with Shia, and you have some removal. The extra deck isn't like the most expensive thing to buy, because I mean, obviously like Borrowload, Scoldy, Firewall, yeah, those cards are expensive, but you don't need to play them. I feel like Isolde, Mrs. Radiant, Invoker, all 3 Shiens and Nat Beast are more valuable, and pretty much the cards that you're gonna go into most of the time, anyways. So yeah, plus the deck just got rarity bumped a lot in the new Spirit Warriors, so it's pretty easy to pick up and play. So yeah, with that being said, I pretty much said everything that I needed to. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.